The following is a lecture on the topic The Art of Parenting given by Shriman KratuDas Adhikari.
So, parenting, immediately we think about breastfeeding and raising child and whatnot. Real parenting means Mata na sasyat, Janani na sasyat, Pita na sasyat, Guru na sasyat, Deva na sasyat, Tadapi na upeti mrityum. If we cannot save our child from repeated cycle of birth, death, old age and disease, then we should not become mother, father, demigods, rishis. So, this is the goal. Parenting means to train the child in such a way that ultimately child will go back to home, back to Godhead after this life is over. So this is real parenting. Chanakya Pandit says that Shishya and child from 5 to 15 ताड़यत ताड़ना उनको ट्रेन करना by force. Child will most of the child will never like to take up spiritual life because they are born in ignorance. Most of the children, they born in ignorance. So they don't like to practice spiritual life or learn. Some children can be special. They can be devotee immediately as soon as they born because of their last birth. But most of them, they are not. So we have to force them. We have to spank them. We have to push them into spiritual life. Prabhupada says that when a child goes to the doctor wants to poke an injection, and child is crying and screaming and squalling, doctor. The child is squalling doctor. The doctor just holds hand and forcefully pokes the injection into child, and after a while child becomes bereft of disease, get rid of disease. Push and force the children. Most of the parents be out of love and affection, vatsalya. They don't train their children. Oh, बड़ा हो गए, बड़ा होके अपना कर लेगा. I don't want to push. You're pushing your child to eat. No? They don't. They push their food to their throat, choke them. Eat, as if a child is going to die. But when it comes to spiritual training, oh, बड़ा होके स्वतंत्र होगा तब करेगा. उनकी choice. It is his choice. Why don't you leave choice to yourself? You have better intelligence than a child. This is parenting. Parenting means we have to become ultimate well-wisher. Ultimate. We are immediate well-wisher. Whatever you like, my dear child. Whatever you like. I want to give freedom. No, after 15, freedom. Freedom after 15. After 15, child becomes your friend and we should become their friends. But up to 15, you have to really have a danda, train them into Krishna consciousness. By trick, if you want to, mild tricks like we are tricking them, making them play, and also making them play Ramayana and walk through the Vraj Mandal and training them palatable way. So we can devise, we can take them to temple. Most of the parents, they don't take them to the temple. They leave them home and they go to the temple. And being at home, they do all kind of nonsense that you haven't imagined. All nonsense. No, you have to push the child up to the age of 15. You're pushing your child to the school, why not to the spiritual school? So, Tadiyat, Shishya and children, they should be controlled and they should be trained by force, Tadiyat, spanky, punishment, up to age of 15, not after that. Up to 15, we have to train them. Because they don't know. They don't know. At least one round minimum they should do before they go to school. That's training. They should not have junk food. You can give them junk food, little, but not whole lot. In a weekend, Sunday or something, they like to. We don't want to become extremists. I was extremist on my children, very extremist. I was very strict when it came to the spiritual life. But I think they still don't forget that I was very strict. So I would say that you can be little liberal and little adjusting, little. Maybe Sunday you can have nonsense in your protection, in your supervision. Especially, you should have a TV, LCD, if it is a computer, in other words, computers. No smartphone to the children. That's another nonsense. Just give simple phone. No internet. And internet has both sides, good and bad. So bad side is also there for children. So your computer should be in public drawing room or kitchen or not into bedrooms. They will hate me saying all these tricks to you. But this is parenting. You have to really genuinely become well-wisher, not just vatsalya. I love my child. I love my child. No, real love is to give Krishna consciousness. That's a real love. And we also know better now that Krishna consciousness is the way to go for bliss. If you are well-wisher of your child and if you want to give bliss to your child, then train them into Krishna consciousness. You can have little freedom, you can give little, because they will not tell you when they grow up. My children tells me, one youngest daughter, the elder not much, but youngest daughter, you did this to me and you did not do this to me, and this and that. Because I was very strict about Krishna consciousness. Very strict. Friday night, temple, 60 kilometers. Whole family goes to temple, Friday night. come out Sunday night. Until then, whole family with children in the temple, Toronto temple. So many things. My children was in the temple full time, raised, birth, and raised in the temple. Until the elder one up to 15 years. The middle one up to age 12. And youngest one something like 11, 12. They did not learn their ABCD and mathematics properly. Of course, they were self-made. They are self-made. Very nice children. Very well placed. Earning more than average American. Above $100,000. They pick up. Children, they pick up. I didn't give them good education in school because of the Gurukul. Gurukul, all they teach is little bit. If I give dialogue, my child at the age of 7 years, she was taught, close the door and open the door. Close the door. This is a train English. She was learning. But thank God they came out very bright and they are very well placed, well above place rather. I don't want to say about my children, but it's an example. I'm just going to go to New Jersey and open housewarming ceremony of my youngest daughter, about 5,500 square feet house with sun deck and bedrooms and attached bathrooms and 2-acre land. It's a huge house. Now imagine, I choke her to take up Krishna consciousness. Of course, she's real rebellious also, even today, because I choke her into Krishna consciousness. But they are fabulously rich. All three. Even though no ABCD and no mathematics. Believe me, no mathematics and no ABCD. So, but I gave them, early age, I gave them Kaumaram Achrit Pragna Dharman Bhagavatam Iha Durlabam Manusam Janma Tadapi Arthadam Adruvam. Kaumar, 5 years age. Achrit Pragna, Buddhiman. Those who are intelligent will take up Krishna consciousness. Divya Dharma, Paro Dharma, Bhagavad Dharma at the age of 5. Paro Dharma. Dharman Bhagavatam Iha. Durlabam. Why? Because Manusya Janma is Durlab. And it can give us our real interest, Arthadam, the topmost goal it can give us. So what if your child have 10 years of little force to take up Krishna consciousness? 10 years out of 100 years, nothing. 5 to 15. Push them. Whatever you can push and whatever they can allow you to push. You have to push. Don't become so much Vatsalya. Not so much Vatsalya. So much well-wisher. And well-wisher is giving them Krishna. That is well-wisher. In the evening they should offer prasad to deity. In the morning they should do some seva. Some tell them to offer prasadam that they take breakfast with. They take to home, they take to school or they take it home in the morning tell them to offer. Let them offer. Otherwise, no prasad, no breakfast. You have to put your foot down. Children will run you around and mesmerize you and invoke in you topmost vatsalya in them. My child, my pet, my child. Oh, my love, my lovable. Don't become illusioned by them. Give them Krishna consciousness. This is parenting. This is parenting. Make them do some deity worship and minimum 5 onwards, 1 mala minimum a day. You don't want to give 16 also. Become practical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As they grow up, they can go 5, 6, 12. At 12, maybe 6, 8, whatever. And when they graduate from the college, immediate 16. Immediately. Varnita is lucky, she got me. So, she got out of college and started 16. Wonderful. So 16, as soon as they come out of the college graduation, they should do 16. You have to guide them all along. Mata is the best guru, first guru. Mata gives culture. My mother gave me so much Krishna consciousness. So much. My mother trained me. Something we understand. She trained me. My father also trained me into Krishna consciousness. They both love. Vatsalya was to the max. I always recall Krishna when it comes to my Vatsalya with my mother and father. I compare them, Nanda Mahraj and Jasoda, so much love and affection. But at the same time, they gave so much highest level of culture, Krishna consciousness culture. And I thank for that. I thank my parents for that. So this is what we should do. They will not thank you now, but they will thank you later. Good they gave me Krishna consciousness, early life. Save me all that trouble. And don't teach them at home. Perfect nonsense on mother's side and also father's side. Don't teach. School, they should study everything at school. Tuition, if they are weak in 1 or 2 subjects, give them tuition. But you don't get into teaching. You have enough to do. Practice Krishna consciousness. They will see you practicing. Don't coach. They have so much at school, then tuition, then mom, sit down with him on top. Poor child. What a poor child. Every mother does that. No, completely wrong. You got your mathematics wrong and chemistry also wrong. Let them grow up, let them play. So much enjoyment, let them enjoy. This is a life for enjoyment. And they will become what they are going to become. मोर के अंडे को पेंट नहीं करना पड़ता, अंदर से कलरफुल मोर ही निकलता है ना? गुजराती प्रोवर्ब છે, મોરના ઈંડા ચેતરવા ના પડે, है ना? મોરના ઈંડા અંદરથી કલરફુલ મોર ही निकलेगा. So you are smart, your wife is smart, and they will be smart, and they will earn 10 times more than you. Take it from me, guaranteed. 10 times more. You are earning 10 times more than your father, aren't you? Anyway, they will have their bread and butter more fabulous than you. By that time, all Western ideas will come, where there is no starvation, no. Then the other kind of suffering will come, which you prepare them now. The other kind of suffering is depression, tension, pressure, the other kind of maniac will come. So this Krishna consciousness can equilibrium their life, can help you it can tranquil. Under all circumstances, your child will be happy, whether no food or food, whether penthouse or no house, juki, whether no job or IAS officer job. Doesn't matter. They'll cope up with it if you train them in Krishna consciousness now. They will be very, very fortunate. So the ball should be in your hand, not in child's hand. Ball should be in whose hand? Parents' hand. So you become real well-wisher of your child, not false well-wisher. Oh, my child, and spoil the child. Every parent spoils their child. Train them. This is real parenting, training. So I'll stop here. Just choke them Krishna consciousness. That's a sum and substance. As much as they allow and you can afford to. Never with love, you give him Krishna consciousness. You have to become good lover. Child should love you, you should love them, but in real way, in real sense. Wherever you have to be tough, you become tough. Wherever you have to be lovable, you become lovable. Wherever you have to... It's not that we want to make child suffer. No child abuses. We want to become lover of children. So any question? Everybody have attention here, but here, I am the one. Any question? What I am asking is?
There will be situations where the child may be actually looking for some guidance, not necessarily in a spiritual area, but even in the day-to-day life. And if I take a straight approach that I'm going to impart Krishna consciousness and
straight approach.
If I take one short approach that I'm going to just impart Krishna consciousness to my kid, right? How do I also address the practical need of my kid? He will look forward to guidance even in the area of education.
Well, we have to be very practical. I am not saying not to take their material needs into consideration, but most of the parents only take material needs into consideration. My pet, my dear, my darling, my honey. Okay, that is good, but you have to give them spiritual life. That's the idea. And 90% we miss that point. 90%. My child has to be big time officer. Bada Saab. Education. That's a focus. Education is a focus. Alright, education is a focus. But it's not the only thing. Krishna consciousness is more should be on more focus than education. Because Krishna consciousness will make them blissful under all circumstances, adverse or favorable. You will be blissful. But job, and education, people can go into depression. Most of them they do anyway. Divorce, depression. Education. Other education than academic education has to be there. And Krishna consciousness is number one in others. So become practical. Your child is very bright. I am proud of child, but give him Krishna. Tell him to offer something to Krishna, incense or some water or something, pour water into the tulsi plant, and just little thing like that. Little thing.
I think Maharaj, the point is that how do I create an interest
Interest.
in the child so that he spontaneously acts for me rather than
Child does not have interest to go to the school, but you push to the throat. And once he goes to the school, associates with the other children, I want to go to school. Every day I want to go to school. So you have to train. It takes training. It takes little push. Little push. When I was a child, one of the old ladies was saying to my disciple that my grandfather used to take me to the temple. And I was little far from the temple, and I was very, very hesitant, want to rush to the deity. So I wanted to get out of my father's arm where he was carrying me, grandfather, and I would rush to the deity and stop in front of the deity. I was a child. She was saying, she is about 100 years, maybe 90 years old lady. She saw me like this. So she used to tell my grandfather, why don't you let him go? He's just trying to get out of your hand and run away from you to this deity. Why don't you let him go? So, encouragement. You have to encourage, enthuse, inspire the child. Maybe it may need a little push, but push a little. And tricks. I'll give you 10 rupees note if you chant 5 times Hare Krishna. Yes, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. 5 times, 5 rupees. Every mantra, 1 rupee. When they grow up a little more, then every mala, 10 rupees. And a little more, 2 malas, 10 rupees. Trick them. Trick them. But somehow or another, you give them Krishna consciousness. This is the real parenting. Real parenting. Education, topmost education can bring depression to you also. And I have seen so many students depressed. They go to the topmost degree, IIM and IAS, CMCA. And I have seen them, how they go depressed. But Krishna consciousness will equalize. They'll remain peaceful, blissful under all circumstances. Any other question? Yes?
Maharaj, once a child goes to the outside world, that is school or somewhere, in Kali Yuga, the outside world is very detrimental, especially like you mentioned about technology, mobile, and a lot of information on mobile. Even they are not having it, some other friends of theirs is having it. The foul languages they speak in school. So they are living in two contrasting world. One is Krishna conscious world you are providing, and they see this one. And they are, in the school they are considered as rare breed because not everybody is Krishna conscious. And so how they handle these two contrasting worlds out there?
They will handle if you force them to handle. They will. They are handling other side, and 90% they tend to be on other side. So we have to bring them back. At least in your presence, at least in your home, they will not get into. But over there, all nonsense, and when they come home, all nonsense, TV and computers, web and Googles and Googling and everything. Where is the equilibrium? Where is the equilibrium? You are slaughtering your child by sending to the public school. So at least undo that a little at home. And child will understand that. Child will go through these dirty things. He will. 100%. but at least he will have positive understanding. I've seen many parents, they do homeschooling. But if you don't do, I don't mind, but at least at home, we should give them other side. So they will pick up themselves also, good thing. They are intelligent. Any other question? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.